Well, talk about the three-pointers you had there in the second half.
Well, I felt like I was in a little bit of a struggle, and my teammates just found me, and I knocked down two big ones down the stretch, and kind of helped my team seal the victory.
Talk about that philosophy late. A lot of times teams get conservative and pass the ball around, wait to get fouled. I think you guys came down and hit three-pointers on about 3 or 4 straight possessions.
Yeah, that's one thing we try to do a lot when it gets later in our games, because sometimes we don't always put the team away. So one thing we try to do later on in the year is make sure we keep our foot on the gas pedal. That way we make sure we seal the win.
Was the biggest thing for you guys trying to avoid some of the foul problems that you guys were having?
Yeah, that was one of the big major problems that we had, because we as a team we struggle with committing fouls, and we got into a little bit of foul trouble early in the first half, and it started again in the second half. So we was just trying to make sure that we just keep our head and not let the refs affect how we play.
Was that kind of a situation where, I mean, the fact that you guys were able to maybe, withstand some of the stuff that went on, did that kind of give you some momentum a little bit?
Yeah, once we started, I wouldn't say surviving, but once we started living with the calls that was happening, we just played better as a team. We came together as a team and played a lot better in the second half.
Good for you, Reg.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Let's talk a little bit about the philosophy down the stretch, because a lot of times teams late, they're content to pass the ball around and get fouled. And I think 3 or 4 straight possessions, you guys came down and knocked down three-pointers.
The guys were kind of in a mode right there. I could tell they were feeling good, and I kind of let them just play at that moment. I told them, when they break the press, if you have a wide open shot and you're confident, go ahead and knock it down. Otherwise, let's attack the basket. We don't need to necessarily – we kind of get out of sync sometimes when we hold the ball a lot, especially if a team's trapping and now you're relying on free throws. I just feel like if you stay in the flow of the game, sometimes it can work out to your benefit. So they hit the first couple ones, so I trust my team that much that they're going to make the right decision.
Talk about offensive execution. By my count here, you scored on 17 of your last 19 possessions in this game.
I owe that to our point guard, Laquan. When we got to a point in the game that we needed to settle down and just make plays and get us into we just went to our staple offense, which we call hammer, and that's what he got us to. And really we looked to be unselfish, move the ball. I thought we overlooked in the post at times, but I really put it on his shoulders that he got to the basket. He made some tough shots at the end.
Got a big matchup with Phoenix and
Yeah.
not fun.
No.
What do you think? What's your preliminary feeling on that game?
It's going to be different for us because of the way they play defense. I feel like offensively, obviously they got a lot of talent. They're very well coached. It's going to be a typical Final Four type game. It is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a challenge for our guys. I feel like if we can rise up, that we're going to give them a dogfight. But we can't afford half the game the way we played today against a team of that quality. We got to put together 40 solid minutes if we're going to look to compete.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach.
Coach will
Sit down
give
after
you the
you get
easy
your butt
seat
beat.
today.
Huh? My butt's sore. I don't want to sit down.
But you were standing all game. Come on. Talk a little bit about what they were able to do down the stretch offensively. I mean, by my
They hit
count-
those threes. I mean, they hit big shots, and then we couldn't keep the 33 from just bulleting his way in and scoring. And last night we were able to wall up and stop that. But they hit shots. We got, honestly, we have a funny joke. We always say they're bigger than us and they're stronger than us and they're faster than us. Let's keep it close for the fans. And that's kind of a joke among us. But we know if we can keep the game where we wanted to, we have a chance to win at the end. And we got out of character. We started taking quick shots. And that allowed them to get out on breaks. And then we had to expend more energy.
You got out of a 10-point hole, got the lead. Did that take anything out of the team, do you think?
Sure,
Yeah.
had to. I mean, we don't have a deep bench, and I swore I was going to use more of my bench, and I didn't. So it really wore down our kids, because then you're playing from behind. I could use more of my bench if we kept the game where we were supposed to, which was tied up. We had it tied up there, and then we took some out of character shots. I mean, everything's got to go your way, you know. 'Cause they're big.
DeAndre had 27. He was.
DeAndre I mean, you know, the coaches out there always, you know, pick things out. This guy can't do this or can't do that. That kid can play. He can play. I asked him to do more, and you know, I took him out and I said, if you aren't going to try to score for us, you might as well sit over here. I'll put him in one of these guards. And he said, I'll score. And he scored.
RJ had 26. He stepped it up as well.
Yep. Well, I mean, we don't always ask him to score. And he came out and scored, but I don't think he shot the ball very well from outside after he started out. He shot it real well to open up the game. Made some shots, you know, layups and stuff, but not the outside shots.
Anything else for Coach?
You got a game with Lakeland tomorrow. And,
Do we?
saw 3 o'clock. Your thoughts on, you saw a lot of their game against Phoenix. They hung in there pretty well.
Yeah, I think we better hold on to the ball and make sure of things again because we're really going to be tired. You know, you can't ask DeAndre, RJ, and those guys to play three games in a row of that caliber without a rest and expect them to play at a high level. They'll come out and play as hard. I mean, our kids played as hard as they could, but they're bigger than us. They're stronger than us.
He had fans.
We had great fan support, and everybody here has been great. And we got a lot of Laker Nation fans. I see one sitting over there. You know, and so that's great. I mean, that's a tribute to our team because of the way we play hard and try to overcome some obstacles. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.